Good morning once again. It's Friday. We have a live stream again tonight from my house, and I'm running into Sukhumvit again to do a meetup. Another channel follower he's been following the channel for he said a couple of years. He said he's in the area and wanted to meet up, and I said, well, how about we meet up at the Robin Hood? So we're back to the Robin Hood again today. So if you'd like to join us, then just stay tuned, and we'll be back with you in just 15 seconds. That was actually quite handy with the taxi being at the top of the street, I tell you. Yeah, so we're coming up here. Sorry for the traffic noise, typical of Thailand. But yeah, so people have been asking me, what's the point of these meetup videos? No information being passed or something of that nature. I'm not quite sure what they're on about. Again, I kept on getting back to the fact that this is my channel. This is what we do. It's my life here, living in Thailand as an early retiree, with my lovely ladyboy girlfriend, and enjoying all the pleasures that we have here in Thailand. And then the last time I was here, I didn't actually do much of a view from the outside. Here's the motorcycle taxis that'll take you around the place. Nice big red sign, or red background sign there, and a single door entrance. But yeah, so let's go inside. Okay, so once again, here we are at the Robin Hood, and this is my mate Paul. He's been following the channel now for what, about 2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years. Yeah, it's been quite interesting.
And this is the first time again we've had the chance to meet up, because he comes from the Isan area. Where at that
Yeah, so we're up over at Udon Thani. Mainly the country town is called Kumpuapi, which is about 45 minutes outside of Udon Thani. But most people know Udon Thani, so I'll refer it to Udon Thani.
Yeah. So of course the first question I wanted to throw at Paul here is something that's always been on my mind, and it's come up in a few conversations, and I never really had a chance to look into this particular detail, because it comes up in our conversations to do with what the rural Thai income is, right? Because again, Thais don't like to talk about that. It's one of those sort of hush-hush subjects that foreigners are not really supposed to know about.
No.
And so because he's on the farm, as I've also talked about the fact that we've got Mother's farm up in Sukhothai, and I've asked these questions and I just get zero answers about the income levels. I think Mother's got maybe 2 rai of land up in that family plot, but I think totally they might have, across the family members in that little community, they might have maybe 12 to 15 rai.
Yeah.
Now I think most people don't know what a rai is, and I'm not quite sure what it is as well. I think 4 rai is about 1 acre.
Well, a basic understanding of a rai would be, 1 rai would be a Western measurement of 40 metres by 40 metres. So basically, if you've got 40 rai, it's 4 times 40 metres by 40 metres.
1,600 square metres.
Yeah.
Right. So my house in Australia was on 700 square metres, so I could just say my block of land twice would be 1 rai.
Yeah.
Roughly. Okay. So that helps you get a picture of that sort of spatial equality. And you said you had 4 rai.
Yeah. So we've got basically 4 rai in Kumpuapi. I mean, my wife's family. So I've been married for 13, 14 years to an Isan girl, and her family has basically got about 24, 25 rai, whereas we've got the 4 rai, as Warren said. But we grow, depending on the season and the prices, we grow either sugarcane or the rice on there. obviously the prices. I think the reason why Thais are very reluctant to talk about prices and how much income they make is because it's fluctuated and it's driven by the government. So obviously, 1 year on a 4-rai property, you might get 80,000 baht a year for the sugar. However, the following year you might get 120,000. So it's basically it's just driven all about government really on the prices that they're given at that particular time. It's majority of the times that we've had sugar on our property, it's been around 120,000 annually. That's basically.
So again, we've got to bring that back into the let's use the international equivalent. So 120,000 baht. That's per annum. That's about what, $5,000 US.
Yeah, 5,500. So as you can see, it's not much for an annual income for a family of 6 to 8 people.
Yeah. And so this again, this also brings it back to the the discussions we've had recently on the live stream and our defence of the young Thai girls working in places in the bars, in the go-go bars, and the massage parlours. People don't realise the fact that these young girls, they don't really want to be in that style of business, but unfortunately, it's they can bring in a level of lifestyle for the family that is quite unheard of compared to what the family can do directly from their farm. And again, 4-rai, I think for a family is like an average sort of plot. It's just not like this is a small farm. That's like an average farm. As I said, I think mothers, that's their community. They've got so many relatives in that block of land. All the houses in the centre and all the farmland outside. They've only got maybe 12 to 15 rai. And that's supporting 20 families. And when we come there, it's a great time when we go up there. Okay, I'm quite happy to go and buy half a pig, throw it on the barbecue. It's no skin off my nose to have a feast.
No. Well, when we arrived there, I mean, we travel quite frequently to the farm or to Thailand. Obviously, I'm still based in Melbourne, but we've got the land and the house over there. But until we've got a 6-year-old child as well, so obviously we want to get him based and taught in Australia for the time being until he's about 18, and then we'll look at maybe moving full time to the farm. But obviously,
so how old is he now?
So he's 6 years old.
6 years old.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we'll talk about this off camera. He's just gone through a sort of a very severe viral infection in the chest with a blood infection. And this is something again we don't talk about much. It's been coming up regularly about healthcare in Thailand here. And this is one of your biggest concerns, being up in that area. You found that the level of medical care seemed to be quite lacking out in rural areas.
I mean, we had quite a fright when you started having 40 degrees, 41 degrees in the middle of a country town in Isan.
That's not temperature, that was his body temperature.
Sorry. So that it is quite hot, and you need to get it pretty much treated straight away, as you might be aware. But it's having the language barrier there, and also the actual medical professions that we would usually expect in the Western world is very minimal in a farming area. So we were quite upset. We didn't know what we were going to do. We took them to a couple of medical practices. They had no idea. We took them to the local hospital. They they up and down. They didn't know what to do. So we had to leave Isan and come to Bangkok to get him treated, where they took him straight to a hospital, and the hospitals in Bangkok are quite good. They're expensive. So I would always recommend travel insurance.
So is travel insurance paying for this, or
yes.
have you got cover?
No, travel insurance will pay for this 100%. So we were quite lucky with that. And I know there's a lot of foreigners out there which risk it. However, I would recommend If you travel without travel insurance, think again, because we had a bill of something like all up nearly close to 100,000 baht. If you're rich, then that wouldn't be no problem, but if you're poor and you're trying to risk travelling without insurance.
Yeah, so like I've only had 2 visits to the doctors, one for the driver's licence, because that was 80 baht, and then of course that bout of illness I had in the early February, where I had the same cough I had the last couple of weeks, which is again a chest infection, a viral infection. This time around, I felt that my bout in January, which really sort of laid me out a bit, I'm pretty sure it was the same virus infection, and my body's now getting used to it because I'm not taking any drugs. Apart from a cough mixture and something to loosen the phlegm up, I'm not really taking any sort of antibiotics. I've always been anti-antibiotics.
Yeah,
Anti-antibiotics. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I've been probiotics. But yeah, so and I've never really had illness in my life apart from the occasional cold or influenza virus. My body is now finding that there's a new virus that it's not conditioned to deal with, but this second time around, the worst of it was over in a couple of days. But it still stuck around for 2 weeks. It was just a constant nagging, tightness in the chest that was bringing up a lot of, not green phlegm, but I know it might sound a bit disgusting, but not the green pussy phlegm, but that white.
The mucus.
White mucusy phlegm. So I've always been, my biggest problem was always sinus. I don't get sinus problems over here, which is really weird. Again, it's something to do with the temperature. But it's like the sinus virus has found a new place to sit, for want of a better word. Because like when I get those sinus attacks in Australia, they'd hang around for 2 weeks at a time. And it's just, it really, in my mind, that virus has just gone from here and decided to sit down here. And it's now my body has to learn a new way of coping, or a coping mechanism. And again, I think that's what your son's had, and he's young. He probably hasn't had to encounter it before.
No, 100%. I mean, but I just think it's just one of these things coming to a different country. Like Warren said, you always got listen, you've got different kinds of diseases and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I love his son, I really do. It's nice and quiet, nice and stuff. However, you need to be always really vigilant of these diseases and something what you wouldn't come up against in a city town or your own town that you're living in. So you just got to be always vigilant.
You're on the ball,
yeah, 100%. I mean, this is the reason why we really had to leave Isan in a bit of a hurry to come back to Bangkok to get him treated, because for the condition that he ended up having, there wasn't going to be a whole lot of treatment where we were. So it's just always be aware of that. I certainly would.
So the lesson there is the fact that if you are travelling here within Thailand, travel insurance, make sure you've got good medical coverage for those unforeseen situations.
100%.
And if you are going to be living in here, right, unless of course you like I have a special fund which I've never had to delve into, which earns about 6% per annum. So I'm actually funding my own health insurance. I think that visit into February only cost me 300 baht.
But I mean, to be honest, Warren, it's the one time where you could either have an accident where you need surgery. I'm talking about insurance because I've only just gone through it over the last week, but I found that over the 15 years this is the first time that I've needed them, and I'm glad that I had it because
it's only like 40 or 50 bucks for 2 weeks insurance anyway, isn't it?
That's right.
So effectively 15 years it still pays for itself.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the thousands of dollars that the hospital cost for the 2-night stay, we were lucky to have that insurance. But it's always a peace of mind as well. You might pay a few dollars in the beginning, but you've got that knowledge in your mind. Where something does go wrong and you've got some kind of an emergency, whether it's an accident or you know, like my young fella, he's gotten sick. You've got that in your mind that you're covered, and whatever the bill outcome from the hospitals, which was quite surprising by us, it's covered by the insurance company. So,
but it's been a great afternoon. We've had lunch here, we've had a couple of beers, and we've been chewing the fat for a good 2 hours.
Yeah, it's been good actually.
I'm trying to do a vlog here. I've just got the camera out. Let's record something that we've talked about. So, in one sort of sense, it's a little bit scripted. These are the sort of things we said we'll put on the video. But we've been having an absolute ball this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks very much for meeting up.
Which is again what I've been trying to get at. You know, people have been asking this question: is, you know, what are these meetup videos all about? Why do you do them? You know, some people are saying they aren't finding them entertaining. Well, they might not be entertaining for you, but for the people that actually sit here and do the meetups. What do you think?
You know what? I'm glad I met up with Warren. I've been following Warren's vlogs for quite a while now, and I've always said to my wife, I want to meet Warren one of these days, because one thing with his vlogs is you get people out there which they'll sugarcoat some of it, whereas Warren's no way in the world. He says it the way it is. Some people mightn't like it, and so be it. You know, that's just the way it is. But I would rather have somebody tell me the truth rather than sugarcoating it. So that's the reason why I wanted to meet up with Warren today, and it's been an absolute pleasure actually. Thanks very much, Warren.
That's good, But as I said, I am going to be doing, as I said, the lake is still coming. Still trying to get the last of my website put together. But we're going to be doing sort of more of these sort of meetups and talking about these particular issues. But I'm also going to be doing some more in-depth ideas to do with our more personal, more sort of in-your-face personal discussions, but they'll only be available through our Patreon site and through our membership on our website. We're trying to separate that. We're trying to reach out to a different community of people who are really going to take a value in this personalised information. It's not about money. It's about sort of trying to sort of keep it more personal. And you really can't, apart from this sort of discussion here, which is good information for everybody, most of what we talked about today is more specific. Your army life, my army life, the things we've done. You guys really aren't interested in what we did in our past, but to us it gives us great value to reflect on those sort of things, and it really sort of creates that sort of tighter understanding and friendship, which hopefully will grow from here.
Oh, listen,
I'll have another destination when I get my bike out in the winter time. I'll have a destination to go to on the bike.
Come out there, Tony, anytime. You're welcome anytime.
And so it's not so much going there; it's actually getting there and actually finding somewhere to stay. Having somebody on the ground. You just throw me a tent in the backyard. That'll be good.
Tents in Thailand. Wow. I haven't seen many tents in Thailand.
Well, I was watching a video from a couple of years ago. I can't remember the guy's channel. Was it Glenn? Glenn and Rung, he did Glenn, or it could have been somebody or else, but he had a sort of a homestay thing, and they had all these tents around the place. It was in the mountains. There was a tent homestay.
Yeah, I think it was like the Indian tents, the triangular ones.
There was whole rows of them. And I thought, what, tenting in Thailand? How original is that? But I'd have to go back through my archives of sort of channels. But I've always been into sort of camping. Sort of loved that sort of stuff. Partly because of the fact that it was a lot cheaper than hotels. But getting out in nature is always fun as well.
Yeah, I love it. But I don't see a whole lot of that in Thailand, and neither do I see a whole lot of caravans. Whereas in Australia, where I'm from, I see a lot of caravans.
Caravans are everywhere.
It's quite interesting. Some of the way of lives around Thailand, isn't it? It's the way it is.
But anyway, look, I'm going to drop a link to his channel down. Obviously, the channel's up. He does have a channel. He's only got some personal videos shot from his mobile phone, but we've been talking about getting his channel up. I've given him a few ideas of how to present it. Again, it's going to take a bit of putting together about what sort of topics you want to do. There's a lot of homework and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, there is.
But I'll give you the link to the channel. You can definitely hit a subscription for it now, and over the next few months you'll sort of see some work develop. Paul's going to work closely with me. I'm going to give him a few clues. Bit of polite critiquing. But again, I've been people politely critique me all the time.
I mean, listen, my experience from within Thailand. Obviously, I've been here for about. I've been coming back and holidays for the last 17 years. I started off 3 times a year, but I'm married to a Thai now.
Yeah.
We've got a little boy. So any questions, what you want to fire away, I'm more than happy. Whether it's any kind of criticism, that's fine by me. Listen,
when you're back here in Thailand, that's in a couple of weeks. How long before you're back?
So I'll go back tonight, and then we'll probably be back in about 3 or 4 months' time.
Okay, so that's December, January.
Yeah.
We'll definitely get him back on the live. If we're still running the live stream in January,
I hope so.
We'll definitely get him on the live stream.
I hope so.
Running the live stream for him out of Melbourne. As we did that last week with Suckerhorn, there is a bit of a lag. We need to do some testing. We might be able to get you on before then.
Yeah,
but,
I'm more than happy anytime.
And you can join in the panel, and we can talk more about what we talked about today.
Yeah, no, I'll be more than happy to do that. All right, thanks a lot, Warren.
Okay, anyway, we're going to continue talking for the afternoon. I know it's getting up to 2:45. I've got to make tracks to get back, to get the live stream started tonight as well. So
I'll be watching.
So we're going to sort of finish it up here.
Yep.
And we'll continue our little sort of tit-a-tat. And we'll talk to you next time.
All right, no worries. Thank you.
Bye for now.
Cheers.